Hey, what's going on, guys? Richie Figs here, back with another video, and today I am excited. Why? Because we finally get our first look of some inbox images of Vega. Yes, we haven't heard much about Vega. If you've seen him at any of the cons, he's always got the same stance every time. He's holding his mask with one hand and just has the claws up, but today we actually get to see some inbox images, so we're going to take a look at that. And then we also got some additional images of Wave 4, which include Blanka and Sagat. Not a super long video today, but I'm excited. Let's take a look. Alright, guys, here he is in all his glory. Vega in box. Looks very, very good. I mean, it looks exactly like all the others that are, that have come out so far. So nothing new as far as design or anything, but one thing I did notice, and we'll show this in a later picture, is it was in its normal box size, so it wasn't deluxe packaging or anything. So I do assume that this is going to be the $24.99 price tag, but seems like something's missing out of this package, no? Because I see the mask, on the left of him there, but I'm pretty sure that's the masked head sculpt. Where's the mask that he holds in his hand? I only see one mask, unless there's something in that dark right-hand corner. Like I said, the picture's just not the sharpest quality, so maybe I'm missing it there. But if you didn't look close enough either, you might miss his effect piece that's right under his claw, his detached claw on the right hand side. It's clear, so it doesn't stand out tremendously well, but if you look close enough, it is there. But I feel like we're missing the mask, one of the masks. I'm pretty sure that's the mask head sculpt on the left, but we still have not seen that mask head sculpt on the actual figure, which I really want to see. So maybe a JUHN interview pops up here sooner than later, but definitely wanted to get this out. I don't have any other images other than this particular one, but I do have some other images of Blanka and Sagat. So like I said, this is going to be a shorter video, but I definitely wanted to get at least you guys the imagery of Vega. He gets that soft goods sash around the waist there, so that looks good. The gold looks very good. I wish the claw was in that kind of gold sheen that his cuffs are on the wrists and his bicep there, but it's fine. I think it looks absolutely great. I just want to see how tall he is. I really want to get a good, good idea of where he stands, because I believe that he's pretty tall dude. He's like 6'1" or 6'2", so he should be a pretty tall guy. I think he's taller than GUILE, I think. I'd have to take a look, but I think everybody wants to see how tall and where he, where he stands next to some of these other characters. But let's take a look at the other photos. Here's our next photo of Sagat. We definitely get a better image as far as not the clarity, but you can definitely get the full imagery here of Sagat. You get to see his additional head sculpt there in the top right hand, and then they've done a better job of, I feel like, filling out the empty space in this box. You can see they put the full stand underneath that head sculpt to kind of fill that out there. You got his fireball effect in the bottom left, and you can definitely see the sheen, the little glitter sheen that they put on the shorts a lot better in this particular picture. While it's not like the brightest high-resolution photo, you can definitely see what they've done here. And Sagat, I think, is the one I'm most excited for, and then it's Blanka, and then Vega. There's just not enough known about Vega yet to really get excited for. So I got to see an interview or something very soon from, hopefully JUHN has something coming up here, because I need more info on Vega. Taking a look at the next photo here, and this photo is amazing because we really get a close-up of the Blanka and get to see him in his entirety. I actually like the green that they went with here. I think this turned out really good. I think on the Storm Collectibles one, they went a little too green. This seems to be the proper green for Blanka. The head sculpts both turned out really well, and especially his battle head sculpt, because for a while there, he had this crazy, underbite that was bugging me, and it seems like they really fixed that jawline, and everything just turned out really, really well here. So, I'm going to just scroll down here. You can also see the matte finish and the darker paint compared to the orange. For a while there, I was thinking that was too closely colored to the same, so that looks good, and then you can see as a little electric effect, and you get the bottom of the box there. But yeah, man, this Blanka, especially, I just got done saying that I was more excited for Sagat, but then you see how good the Blanka head sculpts turned out, and it's like, you wonder what they got the articulation to be with this Blanka, and now all of a sudden Blanka just jumped up to #1 over Sagat, just like that, just from seeing this photo. Kind of an interesting thing here, on the back of the Blanka box, it's got the prototype picture instead of the actual figure itself. Now, obviously, they're eventually going to get a picture of Blanka back there. I'm assuming they just don't have the final glamour shots or, you know, advertising shots that they are going to use for the box, but just lets you know that even when you see a figure in its final stage and in box, it's not quite there yet. So now it makes sense. You know, March, you see these things in box and you think, wow, they're done. It's final. It's ready to go. But then you see the back of this box and it's like, oh, well, they're not done. Everything's done besides the back of the box. Wrapping up the video and taking a look at the last photo here, I really just wanted to show you the size difference in the boxes. As you can clearly see, Sagat is definitely the biggest box out of the three, and then the Vega box just looks so goddamn small compared to the Sagat and Blanka box. It just is going to give you some real perception on how big the Sagat figure and Blanka figure are going to be compared to the regular line. Like, they're going to be some beastly figures, and that's why their cost is going to be that 30, 35. I think it's 30. I think they only jump up about $5. But even if it was 35, I wouldn't care. But I really was amazed on how smaller the box looked on Vega compared to Sagat, and then how much little bit smaller the Blanka is to the Sagat. Moral of the story, Sagat is a huge dude, and that figure is going to be absolutely towering, but that's why I get excited for that figure. It's so close right now. I can't tell you which one I'm more excited for, the Blanka or Sagat. And then Vega, I just still don't have it. Even though we see exactly what we're getting with the Vega, it's like there's just not enough there for me to truly get excited. I got to see him in an interview or something. Like, it had photos of him playing around with them later, like earlier in the year, but it just seems kind of like the DJ treatment. You haven't heard much about Vega, just rarely gets covered, and then all of a sudden there he is. So yeah, it's a weird rollout for the Vega and the Sagat and the Blanka. I guess that is going to be the video. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one today, but I did want to give you these updated images. Anytime I get some good quality photos of Wave 4, I definitely want to bring them to you, and we're really getting some nice shots of Blanka and Sagat. It's really Vega that's been the mystery, and there's just certain characters that aren't getting the love as some of the other characters. Like, DEEJAY got this same treatment that Vega's kind of getting. Like, here's some images. Like, JUHN has had this prototype of Vega and showed him off in one random Migos stream, like, almost a year and a half ago, and ever since, just nothing. Like, no updates, no additional information or anything like that has been given out, and it just shows you how busy they've really gotten, because it's been a long time since JUHN's done an interview, and it maybe, with how much they've taken on, it's really put a hinder on how, the availability that he's been given to really do some interviews, because the first year Jada came out, he had a ton, just like out there, making the marketing circuit, doing the press rounds and everything like that, but you definitely have seen a decrease in those interviews, and, it's to be expected. They're becoming a bigger company, taking on all these lines. You got Scooby-Doo, you got the mascots, you got Cyberpunk, and then you're trying to finish out this line. There's just not enough time in the day to do it all, but it's crazy to me that, Vega is so close around the corner behind the Blanka and Sagat, and we just don't know a ton of information about him. But hey, some things are worth the surprise. Vega could be, absolutely phenomenal, and maybe not knowing enough about him will make him that much more exciting when we get him. But I am assuming that somewhere between now and by the time Wave 4 drops, which should be in March, we should have a JUHN interview somewhere in there. It's got to be, right? It's got to be coming up here shortly. Watch, it happens this weekend or next week. That's just the way it goes, where I say, hey, it's been a while since an interview or something like that, and then it just shows up. But did want to get you guys these shots, and I was super excited that we finally got to see some inbox images of the Vega and some better images of the Sagat and Blanka, so I thought it warranted a small video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think of the first images of Vega have appeared. Are you excited, or does it have you nervous because we haven't heard a lot? Let me know in your guys' comments below. I'm excited. You should be excited. This is going to be a big year for Jada. We just got to buckle up and be ready when the time comes. But other than that, guys, if you enjoyed it, leave the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Richie Figs. Later.